Most common mistakes PhD students are making. Most people don't give enough thought to what field they want to choose or the right advisor. Most are deciding impulsively without much research. But this is the most important decision before starting a PhD. Remember, you can't go back in time and change your advisor, field, etc. Once it is done, it is done. Remember, all profs are hunting for smart people. No professor will come and tell you that I am doing shoddy work and am looking for smart people whom I can use as victims to spend their best years of lives on my stupid research and give some push. Nobody will tell you I'm going to use you, but I am nobody in academia and PhD is useless with me. They desperately need smart idealistic people. You need to very actively see who is doing what and who is worth doing PhD with. And no PhD is better than PhD with a bad advisor. Most people don't realize that you need to put your research at the core of who you are, else you can't survive. Every researcher can only do meaningful work if they put their work as their fundamental identity. If you see all these profs who are working their lives on problems, they can't do that unless they feel it is this important thing to spend your life on, instead of doing other things. Most people don't realize that their life will be determined by where they live and whom they interact with. These are the two things that will determine your life. No religion, no God, nothing else will come and save you from the reality. At the end, reality is all that we all that are dealing with. No matter what you do, you cannot escape reality and reason. Every important paper ever produced tells us something about our reality, and the person who produced that is in a sense master of that reality. And this is all the reality demands, to master it in every way. Anybody can look at your background, say which school and advisor to tell who you are. If you make any mistake on any of these, you are going to have a PTSD identity crisis for the rest of your life. Always be in tune with your nature and the reality. People are not realizing that most PhDs are not happy with their experience, and they are wasting time not know what to do. Most people feel it was waste of time where they didn't learn anything or do anything. The most important thing you can do is keep learning and keep doing something. Don't keep gaps of time. They are wasted time. The better things you will fill it up with, the happier you will be. Most people in their early 20s don't know how to live life, what to do with their life, especially if you are a researcher, as you don't know the field, you don't know what is your taste, you don't know what problems you will be able to solve, etc. Most common people will never know how to live a life. Most people go through life searching for something, doing what others are doing, and then realizing life is useless. It is about helping others, as they never figured what to do with their own life. Very, very few will know how to live for themselves, keep that spirit of early youth alive, to keep doing things by learning, creating, exploring that aligns with their talent. Most people spend time together with people, do trivial things, eat, sleep, watch TV, complain about work, and live their life like this. Many smart people won't realize their talent, as they would made the mistake of not putting yourself in the right places or lack the courage of taking the right decisions. Very few will be smart enough or lucky enough to be at the right spot to do something with their life. Don't keep gaps of time. They are wasted time. The better things you will fill it up with, the happier you will be. Most people make friends with people whom they grew up around, have common background with, etc. Very few connect with others based on common interests, values, and similar goals. Most people in this world don't think through their thoughts, don't take actions that mean much, and don't end up doing anything in their lives. Most PhD students are the same. They loiter around, do what their advisors say, and graduate and do regular jobs. Very, very few people think through their actions, are in the right places where they meet other similar people who are as thoughtful and want more from life, and keep that spirit of active thinking, doing and achieving for the rest of their lives. Most people don't realize that you need to keep high standards and high quality for the rest of your life, and only surround yourself around people who do. People who are not high standard are a burden that you don't have the bandwidth to take care of. You need people who support you in your endeavors and add to your life throughout, instead of pulling you down, either by stupid, unthought out thoughts, misaligned actions, or life choices. Most people don't realize that research is hard. It is a constant weight to think about one thing. Most people, once they become a professor, puts this weight on the students, as having this weight on you is no fun. Plus, it is part of the training. That's where the exploitation part comes in. You don't want to carry the weight of some less qualified person who doesn't care about their research, who doesn't care about you, who isn't thinking through what their problems are, who are not solving good problems, who is not smart enough to solve them in the first place, if there is no future after solving those problems, etc. Carry the weight that is aligned to what you are good at, that you naturally want to do, and that will pay you something back after you graduate. Don't toil for 5 years on something super heavy later realizing it was just a waste. Life is precious, don't waste it on bad advisors, bad topics, bad problems, non-meaningful people. Every meaningful life comes with taking some responsibility, some weight. Be it the president, an academic, a manager, a leader, basically any position of power. Choose your weight wisely and your friends who help you in carrying that weight. Everyone knows this, that once you have figured out your life, aka figured out your taste in publishing papers, found a partner and are more settled, then the only thing that exists is you and the world, and time is running, aka life is short, so all that matters is how much academic work you can generate, i.e. you give you all in to generate the maximum as an athlete does in their field or a musician does in theirs. Most people don't realize you are the one who is running all the risk in a PhD. The university/professor spends only some money on it. You spend best years of your life and your future. What you learn and what results you get will shape your life. Every person sooner or later realizes that they are alone in this journey. There are very, very few real friends who will stick around. What will eventually matter is your family, what you have learned, you advisor, your experiences. The sooner you realize this and stop wasting time on things that don't give back as much, the better it will be for you. Thus, investing on your work and very close friends is the best strategy to live well. An ideal person would be very selfish with their lives, stay away from the crowds and put their energy where there is maximum return. They would value their life the most and would only closely deal with people who do the same. Most of one's 20s is about trying to find meaning and purpose, aka through career and relationship/sex. Every person has gone through that, every professor knows this too. A smart person is like a meaning-finding system. They will connect dots and find meaning and create things wherever they are. The richer grounds they are at, the more meaning they will find there. What's the purpose of life? To keep moving forward. Why? What's the alternative? Either to go backwards or to stay still. What's an individual's goal? To keep moving forward and align yourself in the society in a way that you move forward at the fastest pace possible to you while being true to your nature. A civilized society is a good market. It gives you the opportunities to put yourself in a way that allows you to capitalize on your potential and your abilities and achieve the best in you.